Wrestling time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the Jazwares AEW All Elite Wrestling Unrivaled collection. Darby Allin, one of my personal favorite wrestlers to come out of AEW. Love the gimmick, love the face paint, love the lifestyle, and just the wrestling. He's like a daredevil kind of guy. If you haven't seen it, if you haven't seen him, if you haven't seen AEW, go and check it out if you like wrestling. But this is about the figure. So, is it any good? Let's have a look. Did take the jacket off because it was getting in the way. He stands at about 16 centimeters to the top of his head, which means we are going up to 6.2, almost 6.3 inches tall. Size comparisons. Here's Jalter, SH Figure Arts, The Rock, Storm Collectibles, Jushin, Thunder, Liger, Jazwares, Pentagon Jr., and Darkseid. Now the first thing that stands out, unfortunately, I don't know how well you can see it under the camera, but look at his torso and then look at his arms. First of all, the torso is extremely shiny, and it does seem to have a little bit of a different skin tone, which is just weird. But the face sculpt though looks phenomenal. I'm a very big fan of it. You have the digital printing going on. I guess that's what it is because it just looks way too good. And it looks accurate. That's like obviously the most important part. Look at those eyes. Very cleanly done. It looks really good. Also up to the hair. Looks very flowy, has a lot of detail in it. I don't know, like it's really shaven on this side as it just kind of goes like straight down, and then over this side it looks a lot different. So I don't know what's up with that. Face paint is also accurate. It is somewhat weird though. They tried, you know, his face paint is all smeary. It's not really clean. Making that on a figure, I guess that's hard to do. Like you have this light up parts over here where they tried it. Doesn't translate as well, but I guess that's, like I'm saying, hard to do. It's not really hard to do, would have been a nice real chain, but I guess that's more expensive. As such, we just got a plastic one that wraps around his neck. And you have the same issue with the paint on his chest. It's supposed to be smeared, but it just looks like he, I don't know, a kid drew his crayons on that. You have the tattoo printed on there, nothing's over till you're on the ground, and the Relentless in the back. Same with the drug-free printed on his fingers. Now one thing that's just super weird, why in the blue hell is this hinge skin tone? It should be white. I really like the pattern on the jean shorts. That was definitely the outfit he wore at the beginning. He kind of switched it up. He doesn't have as, well, I wanted to say colorful, it's always just black and gray, but he has more simple stuff going on. And the tights around the legs, also a bit shiny, down to the boots with a little thing sticking out in the back. And the yellow line is very clean. So you don't really have that much paint on this guy, obviously, because he's a wrestler and he has the wrestling body and he shows it off. But what is there is done well, and it does look the part. Articulation. The head is on a hinge, moves back and moves forward very nicely, and it is kind of weirdly positioned because, like, look at how the neck is sticking out when he's looking up. That does not look natural whatsoever. Also does not tilt side to side, but does rotate all the way around. Got a big hinge in the shoulder, which, again, this bulge over here is not well engineered. That should be a lot smaller. As such, it's just yikes. Also, it's nice and ratcheted and heavy on this side, but it's still ratcheted over here, but it's a lot looser for whatever reason. I pointed it out with Pentagon, and I'm gonna point it out again. This connection, I'm afraid of it, and hopefully it does not break off over time. It does have a bicep swivel and a double hinged elbow, and the not white hinge in the hand does go up and down, swivel. Chest area is pretty decent, goes forward, you have to give it a good tuck, goes to the back, does tilt side to side and off, it is just on a ball, also rotates all the way around. Same for the hip part, it doesn't leave any gaps, which I'm very happy about. It does go forward, back. That has some tilting, well actually, again, if you give it a good push, it does move to the back, and rotation is not really available. It's a little bit, but you hear the noise, so I don't want to stress it anymore. Leg moves forward, leg moves out to the side, leg doesn't move to the back because of the butt. Can rotate it around on the ball over here, but you also have a thigh swivel. Double hinged knee, and another swivel down here on the boot with a hinge for the foot, goes forward to the back and does tilt side to side. For the accessories, you got the jacket, which has some symbols drawn on there. It looks kind of glowy, and that's nice. I'm a big fan of it. It is just a rubbery jacket. You just pull it over his arms, and there you go. Also, the zipper is nicely painted and whatnot. And you have a skateboard with the Darby Allin on there. And it looks pretty rugged on top, and it also rolls. So you can play around with that if you want to. Gotta say I like the jacket, although it completely hinders the articulation in the arms. Can't really use the elbows and whatnot, so that's just an added bit of information I got for you guys. Final thoughts for this Darby Allin. He looks really good, and he represents the real-life wrestler very, very well. And that's like the most important part with these AEW figures to me. They're super articulated, well, very nicely articulated, I'd say. Barely have any accessories, but they do look the part. I said the same thing about Penta, and I'm gonna repeat it over here with Darby, and it does come like in retail. It costs around $25, I think, and that's pretty cheap considering what you're getting. It looks very, very good and articulates well. So as such, I will recommend this guy obviously to Darby Allin fans all around the world. And even if you're not, if you like design, I can highly recommend this. I feel like because you're getting some good value out of it. That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Darby wants. Oh, I forgot one thing. He doesn't have a hand to hold on to the skateboard. That would have been nice, but no, it doesn't. There you go.